There is one exception to his secret mission as the Messiah. Just one time when he broke his own rule of silence during his entire ministry, and that was to a Gentile woman. Not one person, not his stepfather or even his mother, ever called her son Jesus Christ. The term Christ, or Christos, comes from the Greek word Christos, which means to smear with animal fat, which is how the Greeks preserved their leather battle gear. Christos is remotely similar to the Hebrew term Mashiach, which refers to the one who is anointed with olive oil to be the king of Israel. Though Mashiach is transliterated into the Greek text of John 1:41 and 4:25 as Messias, they are the only times that the transliterated Hebrew word is used in the Gospels. And both times the Greek text adds the explanation that Messias means Christ. On the day of Pentecost, Peter acknowledged Yeshua's role as the prophet by quoting Moses. Throughout the Gospels, Yeshua constantly refers to himself by quoting the prophecy of Moses. The people repeatedly referred to him as the great prophet who should come into the world, an unmistakable reference to Moses' prophecy. There are dozens of references to Yeshua as the prophet. But anytime someone voiced that he was the Messiah or the son of David, a distinctive shorthand reference to the Messiah, he commanded them to shut their mouths immediately. In Luke chapter 4, verse 41 records, "Devils came out of many, crying out, 'Thou art the Messiah, the Son of God.' And he rebuked them and did not allow the demons to speak, for they knew that he was the Messiah." In Mark 1:24, there was a man in Capharnaum synagogue who had a demonic spirit. As Yeshua entered the synagogue on the Sabbath, he shouted out, "Leave us alone! What have we to do with thee, Yeshua of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are. You are the Holy One of God." Yeshua rebuked him. "Hold your peace! Shut up! Come out of him!" The prophet Isaiah, Yeshayahu, declared that the Messiah would heal the deaf, dumb, lame, lepers, and the blind. And Matthew 9:27 tells us, when Yeshua departed Jericho, two blind men followed him, crying, "Son of David, have mercy on us." Yeshua opened their eyes, and he immediately charged them, "See that no man knows." Knows what? That the Messiah, the son of David, healed them. Matthew 12:14, because Yeshua healed a man with a withered hand in their synagogue on the Sabbath day, the Pharisees went out and held a council. They conspired against him, how they might destroy him. When Yeshua knew it, he withdrew, and great multitudes followed him. And he healed them all. He charged them that they should not make him known. Why? That it might be fulfilled which was spoken by Yeshayahu the prophet, saying, "Behold my servant, whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased. I will put my spirit upon him, and he shall show judgment to the Gentiles. He shall not strive nor cry, neither shall any man hear his voice in the streets. A bruised reed shall he not break, and smoking flax he shall not quench, until he brings forth judgment unto victory. Then he will rule the rod of iron. And in his name shall the Gentiles trust." The Messiah's first mission was covert. He had to accomplish it behind the scenes as the prophet, the suffering servant who voluntarily pays the death penalty for the nation of Israel who broke the blood covenant at Mount Sinai. He who knew no sin died in the place of the guilty party. After this is accomplished for Israel, the Gentiles will have their opportunity to trust and obey him. Yeshua said that he did not come to bring peace to the earth. He came to bring a sword. the two-edged gospel of the kingdom. That is the sort of division that separated the invented commandments of men from the eternal commandments of the Almighty. Just before going up to the Feast of Tabernacles, Matthew 16:13 records, Yeshua asked his disciples, "Who do men say that I am?" They replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others Yirmiyahu, one of the prophets." He said, "But who do you say that I am?" Shimon Peter said, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Yeshua answered and said, "Blessed art thou, Shimon, son of Yonah, because flesh and blood has not revealed this to you. I didn't show it to you, but my Father in heaven showed you." Then he charged all of his disciples that they should not tell anyone that he was the Messiah. From that time forward, Yeshua began to explain to his disciples how that he must go up to Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed by the Gentiles, and be raised the third day. There is one exception to his secret mission as the Messiah. Just one time when he broke his own rule of silence during his entire ministry, and that was to a Gentile woman. This incident is a prophetic statement concerning the time of the Gentiles, a period of time in which partial blindness happens to Israel, and the Gentiles can be grafted into the root of Israel if they will hear and actually obey the prophet. Shalom, Torah fans. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Tap the subscription button and the bell icon, and I promise to update weekly with in-depth biblical research. Be sure to download the new michaelrood.tv app for both mobile and home devices for even more commercial-free content.